All right. Shalom, y'all. Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's Michael Israel. Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat. Um, as you could tell by the title of the show, uh, I'm just going to be talking briefly about health and things going on out there, um, and some future directions we're going to be going here at Straightway, Florida, and on Spiritual Combat here. Um, but yeah, talking about health, you know, I'd say for about the last 3 weeks or so, up until maybe last week, it's been about maybe 3, 4 weeks, maybe even a month, really, maybe even longer. Um, I really haven't been following the news that close as far as the COVID virus and all that stuff is concerned. But normally I kind of peek in on it from time to time. And, and I know a lot of people did, a lot of people that I talked to didn't know, but that virus wreaked havoc over in India. And wherever it wreaks havoc at, it multiplies and mutates, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, fast forward, I got caught up on all my news last week as far as that virus is concerned. And what they're basically, they've reclassified or renamed it. The strains is Alpha strain is the UK strain, and Delta strain is this new, more contagious strain that came out of India. And you'll see why I'm going through all this. But the long and the short of it is that it's more contagious. It's already over here in the U.S. It comprises of about 6% of the cases, but they expect it to take over and be the dominant strain because it's twice as contagious as the UK strain, and then the UK strain was twice as contagious as the strain in the original strain. So putting that there. The countries loosening up their stuff. They're, you know, like at work, I don't have to wear my mask anymore, so they're loosening all that up. I'm just putting that information out there so you can see something. Okay, one of the more uh, disturbing things I might say is with the new. I was listening to the doctors talk about it. Okay, and what they were saying is that it is the way it's going to keep mutating. It's going to stick with us, and when you look at when you listen to what they're really saying, it's going to get worse and worse. It's going to get more and more contagious strains. One of the reasons that makes this new strain more concerning, because they classified it as a strain of concern. That means it's serious. Is that I forget the terminology they use, but they basically, it's harder for your immune system to detect it and pick it up. Okay, so I'm going somewhere with all this, but just hang with me. So anyway, lately, uh, you know, I'll say about 7 or 8 months ago, man. No, longer than that. Probably a year to a year and a half. I've been pushing hard on health, just down here in Straightway, Florida. Just really pushing health big time. Even before, matter of fact, it was even before this whole Corona thing even got started. I was pushing health hard to the saints here, really stressing, because there was something on my spirit to really push people, get your immune system up, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Um, and there's a renewed, what would be the word? I have a renewed desire, you say, to push people to get healthy. Get in proper shape, because I'm telling you, this thing is gonna shake. It's a shakedown. It's almost like a judgment on people who struggle with different types of food addictions and different type of lifestyle addiction, different type of carnal addictions. It's gonna check you. This thing is checking you. Um, even I mean, and there's a lot that goes into this whole health, wellness, these herbs, and all this stuff that we do. And even recently, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the Hebrew Israelite community concerning diet. Um, you know, people subscribing to different stuff, but the one good thing that has come about with this whole thing is there's renewed attention on health and diet. And the one thing that everybody across the board in the Hebrew community could agree on is that they're killing us with this food. A lot of this food is just, they slow kill you. Me and one of the brothers down here, we were driving over here near a shopping center, and he was like, "Hey, Mike, look at that." He pointed at like one of those doc in a box places, one of them clinics, them quickie clinics or whatever. He's like, "Look at that, man." He's like, "See that clinic there?" I was like, "Yeah, I see it." He's like, "There's another one right back there." I was like, "Huh." And then he was like, "Look at all these food places around here that's putting them in there." And I was like, "Wow." I was like, "Yeah, it's like a vicious cycle, man, with this food." And definitely attention needs to be, you know, moderation needs to be practiced when it comes to food and breaking those addictions. You know, it's real. I'll tell you, y'all, just real talk down here. We, you know, just on a spiritual level, we've cast out sugar demons, glutton demons. I had a caffeine addiction. I had to get deliverance from caffeine, and I'm off it. You know, but it's serious. It's the real deal, man. Food addiction is real. It's a real spiritual thing. Um, Sometimes, a lot of times, it's tied into other things. A lot of times, it's tied into things that have happened in people's past hurts, and it's eating for comfort and all that stuff like that. But this thing is real, and it will kill you. And why do I say that? Because it's like, I've made I've been seriously studying herbs here for a period of time, and I see the harmful effects of uh, uh, out of moderation eating. We'll say it like that verse I talk about in Sirach Ecclesiasticus. It talks about overeating, eating too much of it, and how it'll make you, you know, it, it creates cholera, and so basically you just be sick and irritable. Okay, um, and just a lot of these other foods. So uh, definitely there needs to be some serious focus on diet. Y'all know what the simple way I try to break it down to y'all with this food is, when you're consuming all these foods that are real hard to break down, and you're eating all the time, and so almost round the clock, all your body's energy is going towards digestion. Your body doesn't have any energy to allocate to healing and rejuvenation. Okay. um, like me, I think it was last week, i I get up for work. There wasn't any fruit or anything I wanted to take to work and eat. I just go to work, drink water all day, and not eat nothing. You got to be able to do things. You got to be able to intermittently fast and skip these meals, and not be a, uh, work, make your belly a god. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing. Um, it's it's a serious thing when these foods grab a hold of you and you can't just turn them down, and they got you. And that's with anything. When you get when your flesh gets hooked on something, and it tells you about it in the end times, people will be overcome by surfeiting, overcome by uh, overeating. Yeah, this is a real thing. So this is something that needs to be prayed about. You might need counsel about it, and you might need deliverance to get the ball rolling on turning this thing around. Because like I'm saying, this this message got put on my heart last night, because I was like, yo, y'all sent us a little warning with this first COVID thing, but it's like this thing comes in waves, and the waves get bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? Um, my father, he he got taken out by that COVID. Okay. Um, Initially, though, it was colon cancer. You know, and I'm gonna be doing herb classes. I might do one here today, possibly. The herb I'm gonna be talking about today, if I do the herb class today, is gonna be cleavers. But that's a good. Cleavers is basically the equivalent of it's like um, it's a good analogy would be it's like Drano. When your drain's clogged, to get the waste out of the sink and out of the house, you might pour some Drano down it to break the stuff down and make it easier to move out the sewage system. That's how cleavers works on your lymphatic system and on your renal system, which is your kidneys and your urination system. So, but yeah, this is uh, we got to get educated spiritually. We got to get educated just on a practical knowledge level, and it's not complicated stuff on uh, on a proper diet, the proper food portions. You know, um, not having a big ass plate of like the plate's like 70% meat, 10% vegetables, and a little starch there or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up. It don't make sense. So we gotta really get serious. I just ate my breakfast. Excuse me. I just ate my breakfast. You see, I had an orange and a smoothie, and the reason I had that is because that's what was there. If there weren't any oranges there and there wasn't any smoothie, I might have had watermelon. If the watermelon wasn't there, I just drink some cup of water and go on about my plan of the day. You know, and a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, man, is like people are unaware that they're unaware how addicted they are. It's subtle. It's like food addiction is so commonplace. It seems normal. Oh no, I'm not a food addict. You know, um, but eating 3 meals a day, that can be a lot. Now, and do I eat 3 meals a day? I do. I don't do that all the time. Like today, you know, am I some rigid fruit only or vegetable only dude? No, no. Like today, I might get a pizza. You know what I'm saying? But it's very sparingly. You know, meat. I might eat meat maybe once a week, maybe every other week. There was a stint that I went where I didn't eat meat for months. Are you at that level? Are you separated from everything in this world, or do certain things in this world have their hooks in you? This this is the real talk. This is the real questions you got to ask, especially you know us here in Straightway. We get after it. We work. We get it. We not only it says faith without works is dead. So we got faith, but we got the work too. We physically get after it out here. I'm gonna be putting a video out, uploading. It's a video I already did. I'm gonna upload it on here sometime today, and I'll be, in that video I talk about how the brothers here get after it. You know what I'm saying? They get it done. They got that work ethic, and like I said, as soon as things get positioned right, the fruit will be uh, visible to everybody. We see the fruit down here, but once we get on land and we able to build like some of the other straightway communities are building, and coming out of this system and not being reliant on this Babylonian system, so once we get like that, we get on some land, everybody will see the fruit. But anyway, one of the things you got to consider, or that I have to consider as far as getting on land and being able to get it done, man, and that people should consider and that I think about with myself is health, like being able to work. If I'm and an indicator of how good somebody's health is going to be is I'll sit back and watch what they eat. You know, you simply watch what they eat, and okay, their body ain't gonna last long like that. You know, eventually it's gonna grind to a halt. Sooner or later, depending on how bad the situation is. It's people who have food addictions and issues with food and diet issues and all that stuff. I mean, it ain't a secret, some to the maybe to the untrained eye, but to the trained eye, you could quickly look at the people who struggle with those types of spirits or just that lack of knowledge, whatever it might be. But moving forward, what I'm gonna be doing on here, I'm gonna be putting out a lot of health and wellness videos about different herbs and you know things to improve your health and everything like that and maintain your health. But a lot of it, a lot of times, people know if they've called me about they've ever called me or contacted me about herbs or what they need to take or do. First thing, what's your diet? What's your lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? Um, like one of the things that is just getting active. You see right here behind me, the sisters here get after it. Sister Crystal, she's here. She's over the gardening shit, so she get after. She's think making a watermelon garden back there or something like that. And our garden is very mobile because we don't plan on being here very long. Okay. Uh, Most high willing, we will be up out of here, sooner than later. Um, but it's a process, and like I said, one of the big one of the biggest parts of the process is getting people um, is getting people's minds where they need to be. Once you have that, or once you have people whose minds are in the correct place, man, everything else naturally falls into place. No sweat. So, but yeah, man, I want to say shalom to all y'all. See all y'all in there. Good to see y'all on there. Um, but like I said, I'm trying to put things out there and give people a heads up before things potentially get ugly. Maybe this virus will relax and kind of fade to something more like the common cold, but that wasn't what I was hearing when this doctor was talking. You know what I'm saying? This thing was made by man to do what it's doing, wipe out the population. You know what I'm saying? So one more thing, another thing is the that would you say the shot that they have to stop so-called cure it or fight it, because I don't want to get flagged none, but that thing, what it does is they put a bunch of stuff in these vaxes to basic it basically triggers your immune system, and then your immune system goes after and fights it. So a lot of stuff like the aluminum, that's a foreign metal to your body, triggers your immune system. And then it triggers it to come over there and see what's over there. Then it fights off the one that looks like the COVID and all that stuff like that. It's an archaic way of doing things when we have herbs that simply nourish and stimulate the immune system. Okay, stimulate the lymphatic system. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I'm hearing now, and they coming out saying now that stuff basically uh, causes heart inflammation. That's serious, dude. It's like, man, these people done never done nothing right on that level, man. Never. Uh, so we gotta return to the ancient ways of doing things, y'all. We got to. We definitely have to. All right, let's see. Yeah, good morning to all y'all. Good morning. Good to see y'all on there. Yep. Um, but yeah, so definitely got to be focused. When I look at what's going on, it looks like y'all's trying to prepare us for something that's coming. Okay. Um, so somebody said, what books, tips do you recommend when just starting a journey on learning more about herbs and their properties? Okay, so you got a lot of herbalists out there. And a lot of them don't tell you, all this stuff. But if y'all want to know, like you got Dr. Sebi and a lot of people following that. But what a lot of people don't know, the mucusless diet movement, and we'll just say it like that, the mucusless diet, okay, that's been around easily for over 100 years, maybe for around 100 years, since I think like since the 1920s or something. There's a guy who wrote a book. You just type in mucusless diet, and he was learning how certain foods cause inflammation and certain other foods did not. And he wrote a book about it. He began healing people of diseases as people do now, where they put them on an all fruit diet and remove certain things and all this. So that thing has been around for a while, and I can't remember the guy's name, but let me see if I could find it here. And then after him came another guy, Ginseng something. And then there's a guy, um, what's his name? Morrison, something Morrison, uh, which a lot of herbalists today have, you know, followed his methodology with the um, formulas they make. Because this guy's been teaching for like 30, 40 years. This guy's in his like 60s or 70s. He does YouTube videos, Morrison. And like I said, he kind of picked up. So there's a lot of people, you just do your homework, who teach the mucusless diet thing, who teach about cleansing the lymphatic system with stuff like, using herbs like slippery elm bark, burdock root, and plantain and cleavers and chaparral and all these different herbs to cleanse the different systems of the body. Cleansing your renal system first, activating your adrenals and all that. There's multiple people who teach this. and a lot of people have learned it from them and kind of rebranded and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So the um, the one thing I find about studying a lot with like a lot of these herbalist stuff is they like to throw all this esoteric stuff. Like the one guy, he's a white dude. His name is Morrison. Um, he throw all that extra astral projection stuff and esoteric. So you got to spit out a lot of bones studying through it. I'm just here about the herbs. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's a lot of stuff out there. The difficult part with studying about these herbs is a lot of books don't put the true powers of the herbs in there. Like um, sarsaparilla is good for your blood and for your iron and all that stuff. But a lot of books don't tell you that. They just, so you'll go through a lot. So certain books will tell me good stuff about a couple herbs. The rest, it don't tell me nothing. Other books will tell. So it's a lot. It's a lot of research you got to do. That's why I'm gonna be doing herb classes on here moving forward. Like I said, sometime possibly today, I'm gonna be going over cleavers and breaking that down to y'all. And I'm gonna go through these herbs just to simplify stuff and pull all the fluff out of it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Somebody said, I'm hearing many that took it saying muscle sees throwing up magnetics. Yeah, I heard about that. Magnets sticking to them because of the metals in them. Chemical reactions, Bluetooth, nosebleeds, and other crazy stuff. We ain't going for it no time. I feel that making zombies more than MK Ultra. Yasharala must stand strong, eat healthy, leave the meats and junk food alone. All seeded foods Father Yahuwah has given to us. Research, recover, renew, rebuild. Yep. Yeah. Um, Look, you can't deny the results and the feeling when you eat a clean diet. I mean, that's undeniable. Um, and like I said, I've seen both sides, so it's real out here. The you know, it, like something, even being in hospital, something don't sit right in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody put sea moss, bladderwrack, lemongrass, watercress, and others. Yep, those are some. Sea moss and bladderwrack, that's more on the vitamin side of things. Um, One of the big areas, though, with our people is just basically disease forms when your drainage system gets clogged. Okay, it's literally like a toilet backing up in your house. You got to unclog that toilet. That's a priority. If you stay throwing sea moss and bladderwrack at it, that's not going to unclog the toilet. That's like sea moss and bladderwrack. That's like your toilet's clogged and it's overflowing with feces all over the floor, and you're washing the dishes. It's like in the dish sink. No, tend to that toilet first. So something along that lines. Yeah, but yeah, I'll definitely be bringing out some information consistently on here for the brothers and sisters, Straightway Florida and Straightway as a whole, and people who just want to learn how to eat healthy and um, learn the power of Yah's herbs that he put here for that reason. So, yeah. All right. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come on here and put that out there. Definitely keep an eye. I got a couple, two other videos I'm gonna upload, and then at some point, maybe today, I'll do a video about cleavers, a monograph on cleavers, breaking it down, what you need to know about it, and then will persist on. After that, I'll probably go through like Paul Diarco and the herbs that help with this virus thing. Okay, because as y'all know, at one point I had it, and in a way, I kind of wanted to catch it just to see what it was about. Um, at the time, I had fell off my diet, and I wasn't taking my herbs like I regularly do, and yeah, I got it. That thing hit me, and it's serious. It's the real deal. It's, a lot of people were saying it was fake, but everything people were saying about it, it's the real deal. So, but anyway, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and your immune system can knock any of this stuff out. I mean, it'll knock it right out. So it's not that serious if you're eating correct. Now, if you're eating incorrectly, uh, you know, it could be a life or death situation for you. All right, somebody says, Shalom, brother. Eat to live, don't live to eat. I'm learning that now. Thank you for your knowledge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, it's a serious thing, man. And when we talk about going on these diets and stuff, you don't, your stomach don't even ever need to growl. Okay, you shouldn't be going around hungry. You know what I'm saying? That's not what this is. You know, um, fruits and vegetables will trigger your sedentary switch. Uh, a lot of these grains, they won't trigger it. Like you could eat bread, you could eat cupcakes, you could eat donuts forever, and it'll never trigger your I'm full response. But you eat 8 oranges, you know, because that's what I do sometimes. Sometimes for lunch, I'll eat like 6 or 7 oranges or something like that, and be feeling good. So, all right, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting after it. Like I said, you see something sometime today. Um, depending on how my plan of the day goes. Anyway, y'all can see, sun is the Florida sun is getting up there, and I can feel it. Yeah, somebody said your stomach needs to growl. That's a good thing. Yeah. So yeah, y'all, I'm getting ready to get out this sun because it's Florida, y'all. This sun's serious out here. Uh, Appreciate y'all tuning in. Definitely hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, definitely subscribe. If you're over there on Facebook, definitely share this. Get the word out on it. And with that said, man, appreciate y'all. And shalom, shalom.